This is Math 6, Lesson 106 for Friday, April 3rd. So as we move into a new chapter, we're going to be learning about ratios. And ratios are used to compare items, okay, so that we can compare two different numbers. So if you look at your book on page 256, it says a ratio is a comparison of two numbers. It can be written in different forms. So if you look up at the picture of the trees, we have 4 trees and we have 3 flowers in that picture. And there's a couple of different ways that we can write a ratio to compare these two numbers. Okay, the first one is we could say we have 4 to 3. Okay, the next way that we can write a ratio is, and we would read it exactly the same way, 4 to 3, and we can use the colon. Okay, the most common way, because when we're using it mathematically that we write it, is we can write it as a fraction, 4 to 3. But we would read it a little bit differently when we're talking about a ratio. So the picnic baskets to ants, we have 1 basket to 6 ants, or 1 to 6, or 1 to 6. Okay, so there are a couple of different ways that we can write. Let's just say this is a part of what's in the forest, and this is a part of what's in the forest. But what if I said I wanted you to do a part to whole? What would that mean? The question might look something like this. How many living things are there in the forest? Okay. Obviously we know that there are a lot more trees and flowers in the forest, but we could do a part to whole. So what we do is, well, how many trees are there compared to all living things, all the living things that we've listed in the forest? So we would say 4 to 7. Or of all the living things that we counted, how many flowers are there? There's 3 to 7. So the whole number is how many pieces there are all together. So when you get to your practice section today, it says write a ratio in 3 different forms for each set of objects. Okay, let's skip down. I think you're going to be okay with those. Just be careful with the part to whole. Make sure you pay really close attention to what the question's asking, and this should go pretty fast for you. Let's do numbers 1 through 10.